Hello, fourth graders. So I'm here to read the book Sulwe by Lupita Nyong'o, I think. Not exactly sure how to say her last name, but she was actually the actress in the Black Panther movie, the first Black Panther movie. So let's go ahead and read this. Sulwe was born the color of midnight. She looked nothing like her family, not even a little, not even at all. Mama was the color of dawn. Baba was the color of dusk. That must be her father. And Meech, her sister, was the color of high noon. Hardly anyone at school looked like Sulwe either. People gave her sister Meech pet names like Sunshine and Ray and Beauty. People gave Sulwe names like Blackie, Darky, and Night. Sulwe felt hurt every time, so she hid away while her sister made lots of friends. Yeah, that doesn't. Her sister's nicknames kind of made it sound like pretty. And the way the nicknames for Sulwe just kind of sound like they're making fun of the color of her dark skin. Sulwe dreamed of being the same color as her sister. She wanted real friends too. So she got the biggest eraser she could find and tried to rub off a layer or two of her darkness. That hurt. She crept into Mama's room and helped herself to her makeup. Oh no, she would hear about this from Mama. Sulwe decided to work from the inside out and ate only the lightest, brightest food. That's so sad. So she's embarrassed about how dark her skin color is. Okay, so if you notice, her family, they have dark skin, but look at each one is like a different shade. Okay, because all of the color of our skin isn't the same as everybody else's. But she was embarrassed by hers, and she felt like she had to cover it up, and that kind of makes me really sad. With a stomach ache, she went to bed early and turned to God for a miracle. Dear Lord, why do I look like midnight when my mother looks like dawn, morning? Please make me as fair as the parents I'm from. I want to be beautiful, not just to pretend. I want to have daylight. I want to have friends. If you hear me, my Lord, and would like to comply, may I wake up as bright as the sun in the sky. Amen. When Mama came to wake her for school the next morning, Sulwe rose to find not a trace of daylight in her midnight skin. Sulwe told Mama everything. That's such a sad thing that she has to deal with. Not feeling proud of the way that you look and feeling comfortable because other people treat you different for something that you were born with. Mama asked, "What is your name?" "Sulwe," she muttered. "And what does it mean?" "Star," Sulwe whispered. Brightness is not in your skin, my love. Brightness is just who you are. As for beauty, Mama said, rubbing Sulwe's stomach the way she always did to comfort her. You are beautiful, Sulwe sighed. Well, you are beautiful to me, but you can't rely on what you look like to make you feel beautiful, my sweet. Real beauty comes from your mind and your heart. It begins with how you see yourself, not how others see you. Now up you get and out you go, which is true. You should feel proud of the way that you look. You don't have to change or be anything different for other people, because then they're really not your friends or someone you should care about. How could she, as dark as she was, have brightness in her? How could she have beauty when no one but her mother seemed to see it? How could she be a star? It really does hurt when people don't accept you. That night, a shooting star appeared at Sulwe's window. The night sent me, the star said. Come with me. Sulwe hopped onto the star and off they went. I wonder what's going to happen. Because her mom did say her name was a star. After a star, right? Long ago, at the beginning of time, said the star, there was night and day, and they were sisters. Oh, could you see them right there? They loved each other very much, but people didn't treat the sisters the same. Kind of like what's going on with Sulwe and her sister. Lovely, nice, pretty. People gave Day pet names like lovely, nice, and pretty. People gave night names like scary and bad and ugly. She felt hurt every time. Well, Night got fed up and walked right off of Earth. Day stayed behind and enjoyed making everybody happy in the sun. But then Day grew too long. Day began to really miss her sister, and so did everybody else. So Night left because they were treating her badly. And so then it was Day all the time. And they liked it at first, but you can't have Day all the time. There had to be a way to get her back. Day set off to find Night, and she did. I miss you, said Day. I miss you too, said Night. But you don't know what it's like to be treated badly for being dark. You're right, I don't, Day replied. But what I do know is that we need you just the way you are. Come and see. Night returned, and the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors, and some light can only be seen in the dark. Which is true, right? You can't see the moon and the stars. When the sun is out, it's hard to see those. While day had a golden glow, with night everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. Look how pretty it looks at night. Day told her sister, when you are the darkest and is when you are the most beautiful. It's when you are the most you. Could it be that night did not need to change? Not even a little. Not even at all. Right? They needed her just the way she was. Now that night and day were back together, a little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows, and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. That's kind of cool, right? There's shadows from when the sun shines down. It brings dark shadows, and then there is some light in dark night. You see, the star explained, we need them both on the sunniest day and the darkest night, and every shade in between. Together they make the world we know it light and dark, strong and beautiful. I like that part, every shade in between. Sulwe rose the next morning, beaming. There would be no hiding anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark, beautiful, bright, and strong. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see herself. Sulwe felt beautiful inside and out. Okay, this is from the author. Much like Sulwe, I got teased and taunted about my night-shaded skin. I prayed to God that I would wake up with paler skin. I tried all sorts of things to lighten my complexion. My mother told me often that I was beautiful, but she's my mother, of course. She's supposed to think that. It wasn't until I was much older that my feelings about my skin changed. It helped to see darker-skinned women being celebrated for their beauty. If they were beautiful, I could be too. I began to see myself differently. While both Sulwe and I had to learn to see our beauty, I hope that more and more children begin their lives knowing that they are beautiful, that they can look to beauty in the world and know they are a part of it. And yet what is on the outside is only one part of being beautiful. Yes, it's important to feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror. But what is even more important is working on being beautiful on the inside. That means being kind to yourself and others. That is the beauty that truly shines through. The journey I went on was very different from Sulwe's nighttime adventure, but the lesson was the same. There is so much beauty in this world and inside you that others are not awake to. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what is beautiful. Know that you are beautiful because you choose to be. Know that you always were and always can be. Treasure and let it light the way in everything that you do. Okay. And the author also is a New York Times best-selling illustrator and author. She wrote Little Leaders, Bold Black Women in Black History. Okay, that's Vashti Harrison right there. And then, like I said, she wrote the book, and she was in the Black Panther movie. And I really love the message in this story that you don't have to be somebody different. You can be who you are and let your beauty shine through from the inside out. All right, go take an AR quiz on this book. I hope you liked it. If she has any more books, I think I'm going to get them. All right, see you tomorrow.